Hey guys, Josh from the new Age Gamers here to tell you what we're doing for Halloween. Every episode in this month will be dedicated to the day of Halloween. We're going to be talking about scary, gross, gory, everything you can think of. Can I hear something outside? Probably nothing. Probably something. The first episode we're going to be talking about is Outlast. But before I start, you gotta remember,
everything is better with the lights off. The first game we are going to be talking about in our 3-part series for October is Outlast. Well, more importantly, the beginning of Outlast. You hit new game and then you are given text, and that text says, "You are Miles Upshur, an investigative reporter whose ambition is about to earn him an intimate tour of hell. Always willing to risk digging into the stories no other journalist would dare investigate. You will seek out the dark secrets at the heart of Mount Massive Asylum. Stay alive as long as you can. Record everything. You are not a fighter. To navigate the horrors of Mount Massive and expose the truth, your only choices are to run, hide, or die." Well, this is great from a dramatic standpoint. I really don't understand why I'm so scared. So I did a little bit of research and I found out that they are preying on the fight or flight response, which is in every human being and it's in our genetic code. Now, I bet you're wondering, what is the fight or flight response? Well, I went to psychology.com just to give you that definition. The fight or flight response, also known as the acute stress response, refers to a physiological reaction that occurs in the presence of something terrifying, either mentally or physically. The response is triggered by the release of hormones that prepare the body to either stay and deal with a threat, fight, or to run away, flight. The fight or flight response was first described in the 1920s by American psychologist Walter Cannon. Now that I've given you the definition, let's dive a little bit deeper into what is actually happening. Your nervous system releases hormones and stimulates the adrenal glands, triggering the release of certain hormones, including adrenaline. This results in an increased heart rate, blood pressure, and breathing rate after the threat is gone. It takes anywhere from 20 to 60 minutes for the body to actually return to pre-arousal levels. Now, just to put this in perspective, let's paint a picture. We're in the asylum. We're investigating. When all of a sudden we're being chased, we run as fast as we can, we fake left, we fake right, we hop over a desk, and then all of a sudden we escape. We're breathing heavy, and then we continue. Why? What motivates us to actually continue on with this terrifying response? Why do we keep scaring ourselves? Well, someone's actually done the research for us. Let's look at Dr. Glenn Sparks, who for more than 2 decades has studied the way men, women, and children respond to terrifying images in the media. Some people have a need to expose themselves to sensations that differ from their routine. He says while experiencing a frightening movie, or anything for that matter, it may have some negative effects. Individuals often derive gratification because the experience is different. Now, while that may be true, I'm not a big thrill seeker, but then he goes on to explain that we don't enjoy being scared. Rather, we enjoy the feeling of overcoming it, or as he likes to say, we made it through. Again, another great explanation, but at the same time, I'm still not satisfied with the answers. Let's look at Frank Farley, the former president of the American Psychological Association. He has studied people who have what he calls the type T stands for thrill-seeking, personalities. These men and women thrive on the uncertainty and the intensity associated with activities that most people consider to be hair-raising. From riding a roller coaster to bungee jumping to playing Outlast. Skydivers will tell you, other than sex, the thrill, the rush, the little elements of fear that motivate them to push themselves to the extreme is unlike any other. According to Farley, some people enjoy the physical sensations that accompany being scared, from the adrenaline rush to the, wait a minute, adrenaline rush? Is that where adrenaline junkies come from? Actually, yes. Adrenaline is actually closer related to dopamine. And if you've been watching other episodes of ours, dopamine is actually what causes you to be addicted to a substance like crack cocaine or methamphetamine. It releases a large amount of dopamine. Well, when you're afraid, you release a large amount of adrenaline. In the presence of a perceived danger to life and limb, our adrenal gland pumps out large amounts of adrenaline, which is closely related again to dopamine, the chemical messenger in the brain that plays a major role in the pleasure and addiction. Danger also triggers the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus to secrete endorphins, the pain-suppressing and pleasure-inducing compounds that are mimicked by opiates, including heroin. Other examples of the adrenaline high, or quote-unquote rush, may occur in people with attention deficit disorder who focus better when they are excited by a challenge, probably because their endorphin levels are increased. Dr. Beatman says, adding that drama queens and people who are driven mainly by anger or hate may also seek the altered state of consciousness associated with increased levels of adrenaline, endorphins, and, drugs. So that's really the end of it, guys, and honestly, nothing is scarier than drugs. And on that note, this is Josh. Sleep tight.